Welcome to the Restaurant Marketing Podcast, presented by AppetizingSites.com. AppetizingSites.com is a leading restaurant website design software solution focused on creating results-driven websites for restaurants, cafes, bars, and businesses. Appetizing Sites is helping to change the industry by allowing restaurant owners greater control over their website content and design by providing them with a powerful set of website management tools and features that are mobile optimized for better user experience. Thanks for listening. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Restaurant Marketing Podcast. This is episode number 2. My name is Adam Roseland. If you have any questions or comments about today's show, feel free to leave a message via email at adam@appetizingsites.com. Today's topic is going to be backlinking secrets. A lot of restaurant owners, managers are looking for ways to drive traffic not only into their restaurants, but also driving traffic to their sites. One of the best ways to do that is to make sure that you're very visible on the search engines. One of the best ways to make sure that you're visible on search engines is make sure that other websites are linking to you, and that's what backlinking is really called. So here's today's topic. It's going to be 18 backlinking secrets for your restaurant website. So the first one is really a pretty simple and basic concept. It's target sites that have great content related to your own. That sounds obviously pretty easy, but you'd be surprised at how many companies, how many businesses, how many blogs, how many websites just go out and target the wrong websites because they think they're popular. For instance, a restaurant owner really doesn't need to be focusing on a company like Walmart, for instance, to get a backlink from. Yeah, it would be great to have a backlink from Walmart, but at the end of the day, you're much better off having a backlink from something relevant to your industry like Food Network, for instance. So the first and most important thing is to target sites that are relevant and have great content. The next secret is to participate in Web 2.0 sites. So a lot of people might not know what a Web 2.0 site is and really what the point is. So creating content is obviously going to be important throughout any stage of driving traffic to your website. But building content on sites like Squidoo or InfoBarrel or Hub Pages, which are considered Web 2.0 sites, can be very powerful and can drive a lot of backlinks not only to your site, but also drive some traffic to your site based on the content that you publish there. The third secret really isn't too much of a secret, but a lot of people still don't do it, is make sure that you share the content from your website on social networking sites like Facebook, like Twitter, like LinkedIn. Make sure that you're sharing that information, and the combined force of these will actually drive a lot of traffic to your website. As we're building these backlinks all throughout the web, we want to make sure that we pace ourselves. So the fourth secret is to actually build backlinks slowly, not quickly. Google will actually penalize you if they see that you haven't built any backlinks to your website over the past year and a half, and all of a sudden within the next 30 days you have 4,000 backlinks pointing to your site. They're going to think some kind of software built them or that something's really fishy. So you want to pace yourself. That doesn't mean you can't get started building backlinks today, but it means that you need to be consistent. And if you're going to build 30 backlinks, do it over 30 days consistently, or do it over 30 weeks consistently, and don't stop at that point. So if you're building a link a day, that's great, but make sure you do it for a couple months so that Google doesn't think it's too fishy. To have 90 backlinks pop up tomorrow would be very fishy in the eyes of Google. You also want to make sure that you're not going on to any spammy websites to build these backlinks. You want to do them on relevant websites. The fifth secret is to make sure that when you're building a backlink, that you're using the proper anchor text and that you're using diversity in your anchor text. So backlinking really is having, again, a link pointing to your website from another website. Most times you'll see these links include what's called anchor text. Anchor text for a restaurant might be something like the name of your restaurant or the head chef of your restaurant or saying great Italian food and have the link pointing to your website. And really what happens is that text is highlighted that points to your website, and that's what anchor text is. So if your company's or your restaurant's name is, let's call it Adam's Pizza, I don't want every single anchor text link that I create. Let's just assume I create 100 text links. I don't want them all to say Adam's Pizza. I want some of them to say my name, Adam Roseland. I want some of them to say just Adam. I want some of them just to say pizza restaurant. I want them to say Adam's Pizza. I want them to say all kinds of different things, because if all of my links are the same, again, Google is going to look at that link and say, why are all 100 of these links the exact same? Is it fishy? Probably. Because when you think about something, imagine your best friend. If you refer to your best friend 100 different times to 100 different people, chances are good that you won't refer to them the same exact way. You'll say, this is my buddy, this is my friend, this is my pal, this is Adam, this is Adam Roseland, this is a guy I know from school, this is a guy I know from work. This is a lot of different ways that are being referred to that individual. Well, your anchor text links need to be done the same way. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you don't understand that, again, feel free to email me at adam@appetizingsites.com and I'll explain it a little bit better. The sixth backlinking secret is guest blogging. Now, guest blogging means that you're writing an article for somebody else's website and providing them with content that provides a link in that article back to your website. So really what you're doing is you're going and finding another food-related company or that has a website. You're providing a relevant article for them to post on their blog or on their website that links back to you. Now, obviously, that's not going to work for everyone. Not everybody is a blogger. Not everybody's a great writer. But you can actually find people that will write the blog for you or write the article for you, and you can use guest linking or guest blogging as a great strategy. This is becoming more and more popular as Google penalizes websites for bad link building techniques. Guest blogging is becoming really, really important. So the seventh secret is commenting on authoritative blogs. Now, one of the best ways to generate backlinking links is obviously not just by writing articles, but actually commenting on those articles on different websites. So if you find a relevant and important website like Food Network that might not be interested in a guest blog from you, you can comment on an article or on a blog post that somebody else did. And a lot of times what you'll see is a listing for your name, a listing for your email address, and a listing for your website. Now the name is going to come up as anchor text. So you don't want to put your name every time specifically as, Adam Roseland, for example. I might just put Adam sometimes. I might put Adam Roseland. I might put Adam Roseland of Appetizing Sites. I want to mix that up. Now I don't want to spam it and make it seem like it's not relevant when they're asking for my name. So I don't want to put Italian restaurant, but I might say Italian restaurant critic Adam Roseland or Italian restaurant chef Adam Roseland as my name. And again, the website, you want to have it linking directly to your website, and it doesn't mean it has to go to the homepage. So if you are talking about Italian if you're an Italian restaurant and you have a article that you wrote or a blog post about a Italian recipe for or an Italian food recipe for lasagna, it's my grandmother's best lasagna recipe. You can actually link directly to that page, and if you find another website relevant to lasagna, then it makes more sense to link directly to your lasagna recipe than it does to your homepage. And Google will actually like that you're going deeper into your website and finding something relevant. So when you're doing these comments, make sure it's on something relevant, but something authoritative as well. And authoritative just means that it's somebody that's credible in the industry. And make sure that your comment provides good value. Don't just spam out some junk. Make sure you read the article, give good relevant feedback or comment appropriately on that blog, and make sure that you drop a link the way that I just mentioned, and it will actually generate good quality links for you. So number 8 of the 18 backlinking secrets is video marketing. Video marketing is becoming a huge player in backlinking strategies. The reason being that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. The reason that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world is because of its popularity. The reason Google likes it is because Google owns YouTube. So make sure you create a channel for yourself, create a bunch of useful videos, and link them back to your blog or your website. Now, when I say useful videos, that means something that's relevant to the audience. So if it's recipes, don't be afraid to walk somebody through your recipe. If you want to show somebody how to properly carry a tray, that's useful useful information to an aspiring waiter, somebody that's really uncomfortable carrying 13 different platters on a big tray. It's got to be something that's relevant and interesting. And again, make sure that at the end of that article, or I'm sorry, at the end of the video, that you make sure that you put in who you are and where you come from with your company's name and website, but also in the description of the YouTube content, make sure you drop a link in there. The ninth secret is never, ever, ever buy backlinks. Never, ever, ever participate in link exchange programs. These are just nasty, nasty things that Google has penalized and blacklisted websites for, so make sure you don't do it. So the next secret is secret number 10, and it's create infographics. If you're not familiar with infographics yet, then you should go onto Google and just type in the word infographic, and you'll get a feel for what I'm talking about. Chances are pretty good you've seen them recently, and you may not realize that primarily what they are is a link building tool. What happens a lot of times is if you create an infographic, people will link to it from other websites because they think it's great. Another good idea is to share your infographic with authoritative sites and just ask them for a link pointing back to your website as the originator of the content. The 11th secret is to run contests on your blog or website. And basically what you want to do is when you create that contest, you'll find that people will link to it and tell their friends, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on their websites. They'll obviously tell people about your contest if it's a good contest. Don't just say, hey, win a $5 gift certificate to my restaurant. Nobody wants that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a nice gesture, but people aren't going to talk about that. Give it something that's newsworthy, something that's remarkable, something that people want to talk about, and they will link to your website for that. Another great secret for building backlinks to your restaurant website is create a SlideShare presentation. SlideShare is becoming an increasingly important platform for sharing content and also for link building. If you're not familiar with what SlideShare is, again, Google it. The 13th secret is to make sure that you're posting images on Flickr or Instagram or other image sharing social media sites. These all provide links back to your website, and especially if you're providing very beautiful dishes and you do a great job on presentation in your restaurant, this is a great opportunity to have those images shared elsewhere. The 14th secret, I really love this one, is create a podcast for your blog or your website. Podcasting is becoming ever more important in creating traffic to your websites, and it's a great way to drive links as well. And one of those great links that you can do or create is from Apple. Now, it might not always be relevant, but Apple is a very authoritative website, and it's a great, powerful website to generate a link from. And you can also establish very strong relationships with your audience because now they can not only read what you're saying, but they can hear your voice, and it becomes much, much more personal experience. The 15th secret is to answer questions. And the best way to answer questions is to go on a website like Yahoo Answers or Quora, and that's Quora, and answer the questions. Now with those, it's a very simple strategy. Just go in and type in something that's relevant to what you know about or you feel you're an expert about. And if you see a question that you can answer, then by all means answer it and drop a link for your website. The 16th strategy or secret is actually something that I just talked about with giving away answers, is giving away something completely, totally free. Now, again, this is not an opt-in situation where if you sign up for my email or if you sign up to my Facebook account, I'm going to give you something free. Just do it by the good of your heart. If you have a special, something special like an ebook you've written, then by all means, give that away. If you have a contest, then it's good to promote that. But what I would say is, hey, I'm going to give away, no contest, no need for entry, I'm going to give away a free meal to the 100th person that walks into my restaurant this month. and just talk about it. People, you'd be surprised how many people talk about that and how buzzworthy that becomes. Number 17 secret, which probably should have been number 1 in hindsight, is create wonderful content. And what I mean by this is don't give content that you think is relevant and it sounds great in your eyes. What I want you to do is talk to other people. Ask them what kind of content they think would be valid. The reason I came up with this list here is because I asked other people what they thought was important to help market their restaurant, and something that they wanted to do was drive traffic. One of the great ways to do that is increase your backlinking capabilities. So that's why this topic came up. Now, that's again what you want to do. You want to make sure you're creating valid and epic content that is relevant to your restaurant. The final tip that I want to provide, this secret, is start curating content. What that means is look around. Look at the people in your industry. Look at their blogs. Look at their websites. And if you think it's important that you should share that information with your audience, even if it's a competitor, share it. You'd be surprised how many people love to link to places and websites that they've been mentioned on. So if you find a relevant website promoting good information, hopefully like Appetizing Sites, don't be afraid to talk about it on your website and drop a link to the other person's website. You'll be surprised at how much trust that builds with your audience, that you're not afraid to share other people's information, other people's websites with them. It'll establish that trust and credibility that you know you have such good information and that you can share it with other people that you know they'll come back. So hopefully this information has been helpful to you. As always, I'm here to help you with your marketing needs on your restaurant, as well as help you with your website needs. So if you have any questions or comments, please reach out to adam@appetizingsites.com or visit us at appetizingsites.com. If you have feedback that you'd like to leave on the podcast, don't be afraid to leave it in iTunes. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day. This has been the Restaurant Marketing Podcast with your host, Adam Roseland. Thank you for listening.
Okay.